Hello and welcome. If you're new here, my name's Karen. Today I'm at work in my kitchen getting some cleaning projects done. I'm going to start out with a to-do list. If you're using Fly Lady, this is zone 2. I really hope you'll join me. I hope you'll get some inspiration to be working in your kitchen, or perhaps you could just have this video rolling while you're working and we can do this together. The first step in my kitchen zone clean is to write down the things that I really want to get done. I try to keep a big master list of all the things that I notice need to be done. Whenever I see or notice something, it goes on that list, but I can't look at that every day or I'll be overwhelmed. Every day I take a few items from that master list, and that is my to-do list for the day. On this day in the kitchen, I want to paint the radiators, clean out the bill drawer, clean the silverware holder, and clean my cutting boards. I had cleaned the bottom part of those radiators and the sides about a year ago, but I never got to the top because I can't unscrew the top from the wall. Since I'm really trying to attack the details in my home and make it into a home I love to be in, I am tackling these radiators today. Place of drop cloths. I thought it would be easier just to throw a couple of garbage bags on the floor, and then I'm cleaning the top of the radiator with a microfiber cloth and some all-purpose cleaner. Now it's time for the spray paint. So I'm trying to get the paint on the radiator without getting it on the wall or the floor. On the next one, you'll see me add another layer of paint tape. Fortunately, the paint's wet, so it's easy to wipe off, and the microfiber cloth is from the dollar store, so I don't mind ruining it. Now, with a little bit more knowledge and wisdom under my belt, I'm attacking the second radiator. They're super dusty on the inside, but I have a new vacuum on its way, so that will be a job for another day. In case you're curious, the brown plastic boxes on the floor to my left are where the kids put their homeschool books when things are waiting to be corrected. Okay, so just to update you on what I'm doing, I did the top part of those radiators, and I thought I had done the rest of the pieces outside last year, but I did notice that the middle pieces, these ones, hadn't done. So I'm going to be taking those outside, but I'm going to do my other chores in the house first. That way I'm kind of done with the inside stuff, and I'll go outside. I have a fan blowing, as you can see. I have the window open. It smells awful with that spray paint in the house. I only had 2 radiators, so I'm hoping that I can get it aired out quick, but that just gives you a little update on where we're at right now. And next I'm going to tackle my bill drawer. That's the last one I didn't want to do, and then we'll do the cutting boards, and I'm going to share with you. I'm actually going to try 3 different methods because I have 3 plastic cutting boards, and we're going to see which one comes out the best. This is my last junk drawer, and it's mostly bills and paperwork. I recently reorganized all the paperwork into file cabinets, but the mail coming in ends up thrown in here along with the bills that need to be paid, and then when you have a drawer that's available, other junk gets thrown in there as well. So all of the current bills and mail are finding a home in the filing cabinet. We have kitchen cabinets on order, and so while I'm without a kitchen and that's all being put together, I'm going to be putting all the silverware in this drawer. The cabinet should be here at the end of the month, and it's May right now, so this is really giving me the motivation to get this drawer dealt with. I've I've got my trash can handy and I'm making very quick decisions, going through each thing, deciding what needs to be kept and deciding what can be thrown out, and then I'll be putting away the things that won't go in the file cabinet. If you enjoy cleaning, cooking, home improvement, and encouragement along the way, then I would like to invite you to subscribe to my channel, where I'm really trying hard to build a positive community. Here's just a few of the comments I've received on my channel in the past 24 hours from my amazing viewers. And these are the type of people that you're going to find in my comment section, and I am so blessed by every one of them. I love all of you, and I appreciate you spending your valuable time with me here on This Mainer Mom. As you might have seen in another video where I talked about finding hidden storage in your house, I use the area as you're walking down the basement to store different items. I have my pots and pans in there, I have a lot of homeschool material, and there is my junk drawer in that Rubbermaid with the red top. Now I'm in the room that my husband uses as his office during the day. You can see we have chairs in there. That was because it had rained and we wanted to get them inside and we don't have a shed. This is actually a 3-season porch, but we do use an electric heater in here so that my husband can work here during the winter unless it gets too cold. I have all our files in the top, and then things that don't get filed, like my son's driver's ed paperwork, empty checkbooks, envelopes, that sort of thing. My bill folder, that all goes in the bottom, and that will be where the bills will go from now on unless they're ready to be filed. I feel like I've gotten a lot done. I think it's time for a coffee break.
Yeah.
I feel refreshed, and it's time to remove the tape because the paint is dry. I have found no matter what brand of paint tape you use, you want to get it off the surfaces as quickly as possible. If you leave it up too long, sometimes it can take the paint off underneath of it. So I've done the top of the radiator and I've done the bill drawer, and now it's time to tackle the silverware holder. I'm taking everything out, laying it on the counter, and then I'm going to fill it with hot soapy water and just give it a good scrub. I am almost through my to-do list for today, and I really recommend having a to-do list. It really helps me to stay focused. It helps me to know when I'm done with my work and when it's time to relax. And even though many times it will take me more than one day to get through my one-day list, it still is so encouraging to know that I'm accomplishing things and I can look back and see what I've done. And I also enjoy having that master list. Whenever I see something in the home, I write it on that master list, and then I'm not stressed out about it. I know it's going to happen eventually. That master to-do list has become a bit of a brain dump for me, and it's just a good way to give myself permission to not do everything the minute I see that it needs to be done. Sometimes it can wait. In fact, most times it can wait. I believe in you, and I know that you can reach your goals for your home, and I think I can too, and we can do it together. Now I'm heading outside to get that middle piece of the radiators painted, and so what I have done is I am doing the part that doesn't show as much first. That way I can learn all my hard lessons on a part that doesn't show as much and do a better job. Now that that's dry, this is a couple hours later, I flip them over and I'm doing the front side of those. While these dry, I'll start my cutting board project. These 25-year-old Pampered Chef cutting boards look pretty bad in the picture, worse than they do in real life actually, but they're still bad. I'm going to start with hydrogen peroxide vinegar and soap. Because of the light coming in the window, that cutting board looks really nice right there, but remember what it looked like in the picture I just showed you. It's gross. This method made little to no difference in the staining. Next up is bleach in hot water, which is Pampered Chef's recommendation. So I have a dishpan here and I'm pouring in some bleach and I'm going to let it sit and soak for a good 10 to 15 minutes. Again, this made little to no difference. Next, I'm trying baking soda, salt, and hydrogen peroxide. This method was by far the most effective and took away the most staining of all the 3 methods I tried. I would recommend it. So here you see the before and the after. That is quite a difference. My to-do list is done. If you enjoyed this video or found some inspiration or motivation, I hope you'll give it a thumbs up. As always, I hope you remember that God loves you and I love you too, and I can't wait to see you next time. Bye!